Following disturbing revelation that the Garissa University terror attack was orchestrated by a young man who went through the country's education system, the Ministry of Education has sought to nip in the bud radicalization of young students in secondary schools and even pupils at primary schools. This is contained in a circular to all heads of secondary and primary schools as well as to all county directors that reads in part, and I quote, "In view of insecurity, radicalization and young people being enrolled into outlawed groups, there is need for school administrators to have data on school children who exit or drop out of school," end of quote. Speaking to Citizen TV on phone, Dr. Kipsang said the data should be provided by the ministry as soon as possible.
Therefore, how many months for the best?
In yet another circular by the PS, heads of public secondary schools have been warned against raising school fees and asked to follow the recent fees guidelines issued by the Education Cabinet Secretary in March this year, which the ministry says, and I quote, has caused a huge burden to parents for they are forced to work beyond their means to be able to raise the increased fees. The circular follows concern that some of the school principals whose fees were below the set ceiling as compared to the ones released by the ministry had deliberately decided to increase their fees to be in tandem with the fee structure released. And now all secondary schools that want to raise the fees which were lower than the set ceiling from the date of the circular should seek the approval of the Cabinet Secretary as well as provide proof for the justification for the increase. Alex Kubasu, Citizen Business Center.